All right, guys, welcome back. You know who this is? Back with Zack. What's up, sir?
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Good seeing you, man.
Good to see you, Daniel. It's been
Last
a minute.
video, last video was a live. We did a live. That was my first ever live interview.
Have you done any since, or
Not alive. Not alive.
really? Did
Yeah.
I mean, was it better? Do you think, or did it?
It was different. I think the standard videos perform a little better, um, but I think it was like the audio too. The mic wasn't working with the live, so I don't know. But it was cool. It's always good seeing you.
Well, things get better with time, and you'll get better at it. You just need
Yeah.
to do more of them, maybe
Yeah.
like
I
that.
think there was like a certain setting I needed to do, like configure the mic with the YouTube, something like that. But
Hmm.
anyway, um, so I think last time we spoke, it looked like you were going to be making some moves. So in regards to your medical situation, in regards to the lawyer. So what's been up since we spoke last?
Well, sometimes we make plans and they don't come out the way that we want them to, and that happens a lot out here for the homeless. We count on things happening and they don't. We get discouraged, and hopefully we don't get too upset about it, and we could move forward and take other steps to make them work a different way. And sometimes that's what we have to do, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not sure why the Hep C treatment didn't work out for me. I went through all the motions with the proper people, and um, they dropped the ball on me, and I'm starting to wonder if it's me, or if it's just because see, the problem was that the people weren't on the same page at the place. The people that were working together to do this weren't on the same page, and some of them uh, didn't follow through with the proper procedures to get me the medication.
Mm,
And you know, one person was was telling me, "Well, your appointment's not until uh, this date, so come in then." But that was supposed to be the follow up after I had gotten the medication already,
mm,
and because they weren't working on the same page, I never got the medication. And when I called and said, "Hey, I didn't get it," they said, "Well, your appointment's not until you know this date." And I said, "Well, that was supposed to be the follow up for after I got the medication, though." They said, "Well, we don't have any available appointments before that, so we'll see you then."
mm.
And I just then I tried to call and talk to them again, and they didn't get back to me, and it almost seemed like they didn't want to do it for me. It made me wonder, wow, is it me, or do they not want to save me, or do they not want to help me, or what? And I just need to be careful and not get discouraged. And I'm about to go in there. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go in there tomorrow,
Okay.
and I'm going to talk to them in person and explain to them why. Because when I tried to do it before, I couldn't get the right people on the phone or anything, and I guess I'm just going to have to go there. But I did miss the treatment. I did all the steps to get it and filled out all the paperwork and got the tests and everything, but I'm not sure what happened. And maybe for me it was just confusion. It wasn't that I didn't do it. I didn't understand what was going on, because it was supposed to be one way and it wasn't working out that way. It was another way, and I just didn't understand. I still don't. So hopefully tomorrow I can find out from the people. It's not the kind of thing that you can do. Um, skip that. Just we'll just forget about it then. Because I can't live without a liver.
Yeah.
So if I don't work it out, it's gonna generally cost me my life.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
And that's pretty important. And as hard as it is out here, and as hard as things are, I'm gonna have to just keep on rolling with the punches and just keep on trying something else until it works.
Do you notice your health declining at all since?
Yes,
Yeah, okay. Okay.
yes, I do, and I'm pretty worried about it. Um, you know, when everything's going wrong, it's hard to be positive, and it's hard to keep doing, the things that you need to do to make things happen.
To keep going.
And it's easy to give up and get discouraged, which is what I did with my housing. Excuse me. And the housing people, like I was telling you before, I don't know if I mentioned it to the people out there, but I'm hearing now that it's illegal to be homeless in Arizona because they've been housing so many people and they've been giving them homes, but there's still a lot of us that didn't get housing and tried to. I got mine taken from me, and I'm not even sure. At that time when I got my housing taken, I was just supposed to relocate. I wasn't supposed to lose it.
Mm.
And because I couldn't get assistance and I couldn't walk, the problem was I couldn't take myself around to find myself a place.
Yep.
And there's not places you can just call and talk to people on the phone and get a place.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there's still a lot of us out here. I want everybody to know there's a lot of us out here that don't have housing. And if they've made it illegal at this point, they forgot about some of us. And I'm wondering that what it being illegal is going to bring.
Yeah.
Are we going to wind up in jail, or are we going to be driven to the county line and
Yeah.
told to go the opposite way? That's what they did to me years ago in Vegas. They
Yeah.
drove me to the county line and said, "Go that way," you know. And I'm just hoping that it's not like that because they haven't taken care of us all yet, and I'm hoping they can, but I did get discouraged about every time I would call and check with the people, I would hear the same type of stuff, and I got discouraged, and I quit checking,
Yeah.
you know, and I do feel kind of left out, and I'm sure other people do too.
Do you think there is just so many people? Do you think they're at max capacity at certain places and
I
they're
think
just
there's not
overwhelmed?
places for all of us.
Yeah.
The you know the man can't give us all a place to live. Maybe they need to explore some other ideas. One friend of mine was telling me, I wish that they would turn that old Walgreens right there in the corner of Alvernon and Grant, the old Walgreens, turn that into a big like uh, facility for the homeless.
Yeah.
That building's been sitting there for years.
We sure have the land for it. So much
Yes, we
land right there.
do. Yes, we do. And you know, um, it's unfortunate, but the more the time goes by, there's going to be less people that they want to house, um, or need to house, because people are going to fall off along the way. You know, people are going to leave, people are going to die, people are going to, you know, maybe go to jail. All kinds of things are going to happen to us, and most of them won't be good. So I'm just wondering if if there's a plan, for us.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who to talk to or how to go about dealing with these situations. Um, I can't vote because I'm a felon, which is another messed up situation, you know. Um, but yeah, I just don't know.
Yeah.
I hope that they have plans for us somehow. I don't think that if I had to leave, I don't know where I would go or what I would do.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't have people. There's been a lot of new faces out here, which shows me that uh, they have housed a lot of the homeless probably, but there's still probably a good percentage of us out here, and I feel like they're forgetting about us, and I just hope that they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope they're not, because
Well, if
that
you
would
need me
be a
to,
shame.
yeah, if you need me to help you with anything, to make calls or need to ride somewhere, you could always hit me up, bro.
Yeah, well,
Just like today, I met you,
yeah, yeah.
even though it's like
Yeah.
1,000 degrees. I
You
was
know,
having,
it does me good to talk to you, Daniel. It
yeah,
really does. It does. I consider it like service work, you know, and I know that you do your part in your contribution to the negativity, and since you were out here, you feel like you need to do it, and information is the thing that most of us lack.
yeah,
We don't know what to do. We don't know who to call or anything. I mean, if I had to complain or tell somebody how I'm feeling about this situation, I don't know what I would say or who I would call.
mm,
you know I try not to make waves in anything, and especially when you're counting on somebody to help you with something, you know, uh, making things difficult is not usually the way to do it. But there's obviously some things going on that need to be discussed and dealt with. Um, I just don't know. My I'm coming to the end of my time out here, and I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to deal with it or how I'm going to end it. But I know it's coming because I can't do this. This heat is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. The other day, I couldn't even get water. I was trying to get water, and I couldn't even get it. I mean, I asked for hours.
like at different gas stations or something.
Yeah,
Or
I get. I would have to take a long walk. Which is what I had to do.
yeah,
I could not even get water. There should be like water stations or something,
yeah,
maybe, or something. I know that they have these. Uh, when the heat is too extreme, they have what do they call them? They were using the libraries yesterday, I think.
mm,
You know,
for
for to for people to go to and get out of the heat.
they let them inside. Wow, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I was told. I didn't go to one, and
I didn't even hear about
I
that.
wonder
That's
why I didn't. But
that's cool.
when you're asking for help and you're not getting it, you know, um, with something like housing, um, it's easy to get discouraged, and then you just don't want to do anything that is suggested,
Yeah,
because it's just not happening for you. And I almost feel like some of us are just um, marked for failure.
yeah.
I don't know.
So you're
It's
coming to the end of your frustration. Have you thought about what your move might possibly be? Like,
Yeah,
You don't have to say anything.
I have.
Okay.
It makes it hard in a normal situation. In my younger days, I would have called my people, my family, and I would have, went to them or tried to at least. Um, but it's not even an option at this point. And my parents are old.
Now, you know
Yeah.
something, Zach? I
Steven,
can't see who's got to be such a low form, a fucking piece of shit.
hey,
To
we're
take my
we're
goddamn
Steven, we're on the air, dude.
God damn it.
Steven, we're on YouTube,
Huh?
dude. We're on YouTube.
Oh, good.
Well, you are too now, cussing up the storm. Right on, dog. Hey, shh, please stop that. We're a lot.
Oh,
We're,
you're not
we're
joking?
no, I'm not joking.
Sorry, bud.
That's all right, bro.
Well, you know what? I'm not. We're not the only ones frustrated out here. We can see this.
Yeah.
You know, um, the maintenance guy here at the O is frustrated as well,
Yeah.
and he has a place to live and an apartment to go to. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're no worries. I can tell
Sorry.
he was upset.
Yeah. That's what editing is for, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully, it can be properly dealt
Yeah.
with.
Yeah. So as far as the lawyer situation, how's that?
The what?
The lawyer situation.
The lawyer situation. I finally got myself to the point where I was going to do it, and I was okay with it. And I called one, and they said they didn't want the case. They referred me to another one. We called them, and they never got back to us. So I guess I'm I still want to move forward with it. I mean, I made up my mind that I did, but I'm not sure how to go about it now. Maybe I need to go talk to some lawyers in person.
Yeah.
If anybody has any advice on this, maybe they could share, and we could figure this out. I'm just, I don't know.
Just keep calling.
Everything is hard right now. I just will say that.
So what I'll do is like like if you're free for like an hour, I'll get you on the phone. I'll get you on three-way. We'll make some calls. See
That
what
would be
happens.
great.
See what happens.
That would be
If we need
great,
to go,
Daniel.
we'll go.
That
You
would be
know,
great.
we'll get that started because
That
stuff
would be
like that.
awesome.
I understand how frustrating it is to. Okay, it's not working out. Okay, let's call somebody else. Call somebody else. It's frustrating. I know how it is. I still deal with that. So stuff like that, we just got to keep calm. Just keep trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll get that squared away for you.
Yeah. I heard it somewhere that it was illegal not to give people water in Arizona, but they don't do it. A lot of places won't.
Huh.
A lot of places will not give water.
It's illegal to not give water.
I heard that.
I heard that too.
I don't think it's true. I
Yeah.
don't think it's true. I hope it is true, but I don't think it is.
Probably because people know they could get away with it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of person wouldn't want to give somebody water that was
Yeah.
really hurting out here? I mean,
So those,
there's been a lot of new faces, like I mentioned, and
yeah.
there's been a last night there was people everywhere, all over the place at 2, 3 in the morning, and I realized that the homeless is not. They might have put a dent in it, but there's new people that are homeless. It looks like. Hey, we're on YouTube, dog. Hey. We're doing a video. We're doing a video. Okay. Thank you. All right. Be cool.
Another day on the block.
Yeah. It's like when you go to the zoo, you got to put up with the animal.
And you're the lion.
Yeah. Well, you know, I feel like I'm the old, not so wise lion.
That little monkey in the corner.
Yeah, yeah. The little chimp in the corner
That's
asking
me
for
too.
water. You know,
I know, right?
nobody can understand him. Well, you know what? I'm gonna work hard to be understood. And I think if something doesn't work, we need to try something else. So
Absolutely.
maybe
Pivoting,
maybe I will get with you, and maybe you can
pivoting.
maybe help guide me through some of this with you with your knowledge, because maybe between the two of us we can figure it out.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you offering your
Of
help
course.
very
And you'll
much.
feel a lot better too. You know, if something works out,
Well,
that'll feel so good.
I can't stress how horrendous this heat is.
Yeah.
My mom and dad told me it was 70 degrees where they were yesterday. And
That
you
sounds
know,
perfect right about now.
the only problem is um, I remember it being 70 degrees and so awesome, but the only problem is the state bird is the mosquito, and they all know when you're not from there.
Oh man.
So they they definitely have a field day.
Oh yeah. Before I forget, Ellie, and is she doing okay
Yeah,
at least?
Allie's not doing so hot, and you know it seems almost sadistic what the hospital is doing with her. Um, I don't understand their methods. You know, it's almost like they're experimenting, and I guess they would have to be when it comes to some stuff, because they're trying to help somebody, and it's not so easy. You know, there's some areas that probably are not, you know, ironclad, knowledge, and they have to do some experimenting to help if they want to.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they don't have so much knowledge in this area. Um, Allie's kidneys are failing, and I just don't know.
She's one of the
I
sweetest.
just don't know. I know that she's doing her best, and the hospital people are doing their best.
She's still in the hospital.
She's in and out.
Okay.
She needs to go back right now. She does. And
How often do you talk to her?
I talk to her a couple times a week.
Okay.
Unfortunately, she's mad at me right now, and I'm gonna go look her up here real soon, and see if she needs to go back to the hospital. You know, it gets real frustrating and old, I'm sure, but
And you mentioned there's like a lot of new people, like on the streets. Do you think? Do you think they're
seems
getting?
younger
Yeah,
people.
yeah. I was talking about that in a video during the interview yesterday. These blues have so many young kids out, young people. It wasn't like that when I was on Black.
Well, the parents don't know how to deal with it, and rather than becoming tighter and working more together as a family to address the situation, and to get their son or daughter back, you know, um, I think that some of them just do the tough love thing, and put um, their children on the street, and say, okay, well, it's our way or the highway.
Let them figure it out there.
And when the addiction is so strong, the addicts are going to take the highway. And this is a horrible thing, it really is. And now that the borders are open up and everything, and wow, I don't see this getting better before it gets worse. I don't.
Yeah, my youngest interview is 19,
Hmm.
and I've
You know,
heard.
there's been more violence, and you know, with that kind of thing comes violence. You know, and people make mistakes, and none of us are perfect, but some people won't tolerate that too well,
Mhm.
and you know, there's more people flying signs and panhandling and all that.
Yeah,
You know, just trying to get help from anybody is really, really difficult when there's so many people trying to do it. You
yeah,
know, people get frustrated. They go to the store and they want to shop and stuff, and they get frustrated with people asking them, "Hey, can you help me with some change or something?" And even though it's not a real big deal, it gets frustrating
yeah,
because we're all having hard times, including the people that are out there in the real world doing the work and you know every day, and the family coming home to families and taking care of their people and everything. I mean, responsibility is necessary, and I guess we just all need to be careful and not get discouraged,
yeah.
because that's the killer when it comes to this stuff, is getting discouraged, especially for people that are, you know, fighting um, negativity in their lives, like addiction. You know,
So
um,
for the people that are watching, and they wonder why doesn't Zach just go to rehab to get off the streets? What do you tell them? What do you got for them?
um,
Because there's always like new viewers. You know, they might see this. They
I
might see you.
understand.
They might see you for the first time in this one.
I understand. Um, I I guess I would do that. I guess I would, but I would need to do some people would need to work with me on getting this addiction curbed and out of the way, you know, and then so I can think right and make solid decisions. This heat out here does not make anybody help anybody make good decisions.
Yeah,
You know, all you want to do is just get out of the heat and you know, get some cool water or whatever, you know, and it's hard to see your way too much past that, you know,
yeah,
when it's so hot and everything out here, it's hard to get past, you know, even that. It really is. I guess it's just hard to believe that there's really people that want to help me,
yeah,
you know. The housing thing didn't work out. It's been 3 years. I'm frustrated with it, you know, and I lost my housing for no reason because I couldn't walk and help myself. I asked for assistance and they said they couldn't do it.
yeah,
And my time lapsed and I lost my housing.
yeah. How long ago was that?
3 years.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'm right up the street from where my apartment was.
did they? Okay, so they gave you an apartment. Was it
They,
by yourself, or did you have a roommate?
yeah, no,
Get
no.
your own spot. Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Damn.
And,
And how long is that for? Like a year?
you know, but I let people in because, see, I was homeless with a lot of these people.
Okay.
And they seen that I had an apartment and a place and stuff. And when people need a shower, they need to come
Yeah.
in and they need water or whatever, anything, you know, just to get out of this element for a
Yeah.
while. You know, I let the people in because they were friends of mine, and I had a spot, and they didn't, and I couldn't just say no to them. I felt like it was wrong, you know, and that costed me my housing.
Yeah. Damn.
They wanted me to relocate from where I was, and even when I asked everybody, "Hey, back off," and you know, let me save my housing, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter if they came up the stairs and went down the stairs with no answer, it was still traffic, you know. So they called it that, and you know, for not being able to say no, I lost my housing. So everybody needs to be aware, you know. Um, We can't just be ourselves and deal with things the way that we see fit. We have to follow the rules.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll count us out,
Damn.
and that's what it seems like they've done.
How long were they gonna let you stay in the apartment? Like, is it like a year by year thing?
I wasn't told that there was a limit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people I interviewed, they're counting on the housing, they're waiting on the housing.
There's a lot of apartments open, a whole bunch,
Yeah.
and nobody's living in them anyways. And you would think that they would want to put us in those. If they gave me a chance to do it again, I would do the right thing
Yeah, you
and
would
be
know.
very careful. Yes,
You
I
would know
would
what
be.
to do, what not to do.
Yeah, I know how I lost my housing, and I know where it leads. You know,
Do you think? Are you back on the list right now?
I
you think
assume so.
there's-
Yeah, I should be.
Do you think there's some sort of notes under your name, like this happened?
I
or-
can't help
Who
but
knows?
think
I
that
guess,
there
right?
is.
Yeah, it's like who knows?
I
I
can't
guess.
help but think that there is,
Yeah, like
and
a
I'm
history.
afraid that there might be. And you know, maybe it's not hard to upset people, you know, and you never know what somebody's thinking or how they're feeling about you,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm thinking that there is.
And I just want people to know that are watching, like, you can't fault Zack, for the mind state he's in. Like, we all need a little kick in the butt sometimes. Maybe that's me. We're gonna make some calls. So we'll do the lawyer thing. We'll make calls, man.
I think I need to reach out and get a little bit of help.
Yeah.
And if there's not anybody in the system that wants to help me do this, you know, I would be glad to accept your help, Daniel, because I
Yeah,
know
man.
you're a smart dude, and between the two of us, I'm sure we could figure it out. Maybe talk some
Yeah,
sense to
I
you.
used to work at a rehab, so I have some resources.
Was that before or after your?
After rehab? I'd say about a month after I got out of rehab, I got a job as a life coach at a treatment center.
Okay.
So I know who to call.
How did that
I know
work
the
for you?
Copes, La Fronteras, Kodaks, all. I know all. I'm still a member at one of them. I don't go, but I'm still a member there.
Yeah.
So yeah, the case managers and all that. So we could get the
Yeah.
ball rolling, bro. Everyone needs a chance. Everyone needs a hand.
You know, if you feel like there's nothing gonna work out for you and nothing's gonna come of your efforts, you're not gonna be so quick to try.
Yeah. Would you say you're depressed?
Very, very depressed.
What's
You
the
know?
what's the biggest stressor in your life right now? The biggest.
Well, I don't know where to even begin. There's so many, and it's a very negative situation. Let's just put it that way. It's hard to get somewhere from nowhere. It really is. It's hard to get somewhere from nowhere. I reiterate that. You know, it is not easy, and you know all the steps that I take. Um, it takes a lot of steps to do a little bit of effort. I mean, a little bit of work. You know, a lot of steps to get anything done.
To get a little progress.
When you're living like this, it takes a lot to get a little. You know, because it's way something as easy as making a telephone call for a normal person, or going to the store, is not easy for me.
Mm.
It's hard. It takes a lot longer and it's a lot harder. You know, and with more and more homeless people, there's going to be less and less people that want to help because they're frustrated with it. And I see that. I really do. It took me a couple hours the other day to get water. That's horrible.
I got some water in my car.
I was really starting to worry.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
Yeah, I bet.
I was starting to worry for real. That wow, this is a serious situation. I might not be okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I just don't know, Daniel. if anybody has any feedback on any of this, I do read the
Comments.
comments, and I listen to all of them, and whether they're good or bad. And I would like to hear what anybody has to say, good or bad. It's all helpful.
Yeah. So as far as like any last messages, anything else you want to say to the people?
My time out here is coming to an end, one way or the other. You
And you
know,
said this will possibly be the last interview, was it?
it could possibly
Could
be, but
possibly be.
I'm going to keep in touch with you no matter what.
Okay.
As long as I keep living, you'll keep hearing from me. You know, you're one of the only positive influences in my life, Daniel. And you're good for doing this.
Absolutely,
You
bro.
help people, and it's service work.
Hope so.
And you know, because of your part in it, you feel you maybe owe it or need it, and that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. You're a good guy for doing it. I thank everybody for watching and for their comments and for their help in any way. Um, just do me a favor, everybody. You know, when you see somebody out here like me, try not to be so judgmental, because you never know how that person got there. You know, you never know what happened, and it, most people are a step away. They really are, and they don't even realize it. Um, Meanwhile, I'm going to stay strong, and I'm not going to get frustrated with this. I'm going to keep rolling with the punches, and I'm going to try to do this thing. And with your help, Daniel, I hope we can make something happen.
Absolutely. You're just a man.
Just a man.
Remember that?
That's all. Yes, I do.
I'm just a man. I named that video that.
And that was a good thing. I'm still blown away by the views on that.
That first one.
88,000 views
Yeah,
as compared
I still
to
get comments, man.
a couple thousand.
I still get comments.
That was amazing. I don't know how that happened, but that's good.
I didn't know much about YouTube at that point, and that video didn't get monetized for me. So
It didn't?
I'm sure, because it was either the title, the thumbnail, or some of the editing I needed to do, because I just put the video up and let it go. You know, I didn't know there's certain things I could do to get around it, and I can't imagine.
Well, with all those views, it didn't get.
I think it was like $12. I think.
Wow.
Last time I checked. So.
Wow.
It's all good. It's all good.
Well,
man.
I thank you, Daniel.
Learning experience, man.
You have definite gratitude coming from this direction.
Yeah.
I think you're wonderful.
Likewise, sir. Even though you're that little old monkey in the corner of the cage, I'm right with you, bro.
That's right.
I'm a step away, just like you're saying.
Yeah, you know, the decisions we make take us places, and they're not always good places.
Yep. We'll keep in touch. I'll help you make moves, man, as long as you reach out. I'm always here, 24/7, brother.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Peace.
Thank you, Zach.